So like Ndlozi is saying, hello guys, welcome back. My name is MD. In today's videos, we are reacting on Ndlozi. We are reacting on in today's videos. Let me do like this, not to make it long. I hope you can see. I hope it's all clear. You understand? This is EFF Ndlozi. Let me see. It's working. Remember, no one is attacked. This is an open discussion. Is an open discussion, and you are allowed to comment. We are educating each other. You understand? Allowed to comment. We are educating each other. So here we are going to react to Ndlozi, but based on what it's going to say, like now, let me play it from here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so I can stay motivated and focus on politics. Guys, you know, like politics affect us. Even though if you're not voting, but politics affect us. You understand?
To go, they must know they are running away from themselves. So they will meet themselves wherever they go. What children of...
Yeah, you can see like this video says like whites who go to OZ are running away from themselves. I don't know. I wanted to understand what is OZ. I don't know if I can go through these comments. I'll get what I want because of like okay, there's 77 comments. I think we can get that. The truth is deep. Viva Malema. If Australia they are going, they will be meeting themselves there. Some strong points close here where the foolish come up with anything that makes their hunger six first. Starving these people will be the right thing to do. How can anyone be good enough to feed? Viva EFF, those who want to leave must do so. Nobody will stop them. So let me respond here first. No, I got two people because like wait see they all looking to meeting right. I'm not like it's killer abu. No, like one town, right? So yone k 600. You understand? So I'm saying like if we're not in trust issues, you can pay then it'll be like today, then Kausani, your auntie can go there. I don't know your auntie will walk out so petrol. Because of if like we don't pay, we don't get the numbers kit take. You understand? Telling that to 2.80, I got it to Rangavu. I was like, no, you can't afford them.
Nelson Mandela, Chief Albert Lutuli, Robert Sobukwe, we descend from that political tradition. They're the ones that descend from the political traditions of border, Farvud, all those colonialists who presided over the torture, murder, genocide of black people. So really what they are afraid of is themselves, is not us. Black people...
This is a very important. Who they are afraid of? To be honest, because we are doing nothing.
They're the ones that descend from the political traditions of border, Farvud, all those colonialists who presided over the torture, murder, genocide of black people.
Facts. So we need people like this. We need people like those. Oh, guys, let me respond here. No, they're all the same. The guy, look at me text today because I know I can trust. Or direct accommodation, same thing. So landlord, alright. Because there's some about understand the picture, then he had to go there to take pictures. There was anything to see. Yeah, the that accommodation, I guess it go to I don't know. Right, and then it's the same thing. Get recruited, they're doing the same thing. But that side depositing you want down. I don't think that side deposit. I think he deposit according to them where they're going to share the money. I don't know, but it's the same thing. Over one down. It's the one who recruiting. Then after that, or like I got a person for you. Then you get my point. I really the caretaker like now. Because like it's hard to reach them. I don't know if it makes sense.
So really what they are afraid of is themselves, is not us. Black people everywhere in the world have never coordinated a racist project against anybody.
Right.
So in a way, I'm saying we're not going to be forced into the corner to explain fears that we have not created.
Facts. You see, like those people, they are running away from themselves. You know, no black people have done something wrong or done those things they've done to our sisters during apartheid. You understand? And it makes sense. You see, like when they run away from themselves. Unless us, when they start us, we will be fighting back. You understand? That's where, like, that's what I used to say about Julius Malema. I say, like, Julius Malema react. He's reacting. You understand? Like what I'm doing here, I do reaction video. This thing is a reacting video. You understand? Is we listen, then we react. And Julius Malema, what is doing is Julius Malema is doing is he see how they treat black people, then he react. He see how black people are suffering, then he react. It's not a thing of like they just come what they came from and say like white people this and this. It's not like that, right? He react based on that to say like the way how they treat black people. He's not going to tolerate that, those kind of issues. It's not like he just come and attack people with no reason. He said like if they are running, they're running from who? Right? If they are running from who exactly? Because of us, we are peaceful people. We are peaceful people. So when they run, who they are running from? From who exactly? So yeah.
The race problem was created by white people. We're trying to resolve it. We're trying to solve it. And we're trying to solve it in ways that we are not affected by that toxic hate. No. We're talking about the creation of an equal society, wherein you are judged not by the color of your skin, but by the content of your potential. What can you do? Is your argument superior or not? If they want to go, they must know they are running away from themselves.
You see, like when these guys speak, you remain quiet. When he speak, you remain quiet. Because of his speaking life, he's speaking facts. So when he speak, though, this guy is smart. I never understand what they say. He's very smart. EFF, they used to say this, but I'm listening to this guy, and he speak the truth. He studied the world, then he analyzed everything.
So they will meet themselves wherever they go. If it is Australia they're going to, they will be meeting themselves there. In South Africa, we're going to work patiently, peacefully, but robustly on a project to make this country work, to make this country a truly equal society.
What a beautiful speech.
If they want to go, they must know they are running away from themselves.
Sorry?
So they will meet themselves wherever they go.
Yes, man, I don't know, like, this is what the truth is saying. They say, like, if they want to go, man, they can go. But Black people have no problem with them, right? We love them, we live together. But this like treating others like this is my wife, so guys. This is my wife. Let me do like this. You guys, I don't trust you, eh? You saw my wife say she loved me too. It's like, baby, I need it. It's like, baby, I love you. Do your work. This is the business. I do business when I'm shooting. You understand? When I'm shooting, I'll be doing a business. You can see, man, we're still in the shack. But then let's talk about this topic. This is a sensitive topic. This is a sensitive topic. So let's go to diluted fuel of the so because I don't want to be disturbed. Yeah, I do get you. I do definitely get you. I think like it will be the best if like when oh my god, this maybe it will be the best if like Renea ka koloi or le ko strateng re kena house to house, right? So it's a thing of like they do our job on behalf. Same to the guy, okay, textiling. I knew like the other accommodations are NW, another connection without support, right? Viewed. This way I texted him. About him when I hot man, I could push something outside. And he will kind of pricey and learn what charge on top of it for him. See it to her. I don't know if it makes sense. You know, guys, we need to explain like now this agents thing how it works and no, like now I trust both of them because they are doing the same job. I do trust both of them. You know, I don't know Sony Kikupanele like now and based on my sources, one feeling number and I will say I do trust him since Anali into Tahase and he's helping but to a grade student. So he charged for his work. I do. But when I can understand where you come from, I do understand very well. I do sure. So like I don't know what this is doing like this while I'm talking about the serious mate. I don't know why you're doing this. You guys are busy here listening my issues. Don't do smart dog. I don't wanna lie. Ish.
For has ever promised.
Let's give Ndlozi a chance to speak. Let's give Ndlozi a chance to speak. You see, like those who live, they live for themselves. You know? Okay, good. So like those who want to live, they are running away from themselves.
Tectonic shift in the economy.
What they meaning? When someone say like, if they live for themselves. They're not living for us because of they're living the best life here. They benefited. You understand? So if they live from themselves.
So they do two things. They largely are always worried about white fear. I mean, look at President Nelson Mandela's entire approach to the Springboks. Actually, the first 5 years of the democratic state may have been about making sure white people are not scared and they leave the country. Because we
So like this thing like because of what happened during apartheid is a question that we question ourselves, right? Everyone. It's a thing of like it's a thing of like The thing of like, after apartheid, Nelson Mandela, this is the question that everyone asks themselves. And like I said, when you grow up, used to people used to be like, why is doing like this? Why, like those kind of questions. Why, after they beated him, he spent lots of years in prison and allow, like, not get the land back and not chase them out to go back where they're coming from. He just said, like, now black people, they can have a black government and those kind of stuff. You understand? So it's something like this.
Suffer this deep fear that if they were to disappear, we're going to become Zimbabwe. We're going to become a jungle. There's this big concern, big investment into constantly assuring them, particularly white business owners. But if you go check, they don't invest in the South African economy.
Definitely. So they have this fear of like, what if black people wake up? Because the thing of like, what happened like now, they started to call Trump, so like, Trump, we need your help. There's genocide in South Africa. They are taking their land. Those kind of issues. They are taking their land and this and this and this and this discrimination. Calling help from Europe. They never call hope around maybe Africa, Nigeria, Botswana, and so like, we don't like the South African government. We don't like the decision they took of we understand apartheid happened. We understand that our forefathers took the land from black people. But it's not about understanding. It's not about living the best life than a black child. And then we have people like Julius Malema, people like Ndlozi, we have people who are going to fight for the life of the black child. You understand? That's where things started there.
President Mbeki is on record to say that one of the curious facts about the portfolio investment of South Africa at an international level is that white people keep a lot of money in the bank. They keep a lot of money in the bank. So that's on one part, is this appeasing of white fears, they must not be scared and so on and so forth. On the other hand, is a permanent drive for foreign direct investment. Like, there are Chinese people who are coming to save us from our devastation. But a brave government, like the apartheid government, like the Vietnamese, like the Chinese, like the Americans in their early industrialization, brave governments got directly involved in industrialization. Firstly, by making sure that they own financial institutions to empower their local industries.
Facts. So like this, like I used to say this, like now I never understand. Let me tell you something. I never understand the politics. I was not interested in politics. And someone told me to say like, people in politics, they're making decisions for you. Yes, you can say that you don't watch politics. You can say like those kind of stuff. I don't watch politics. I don't want those things. But people in politics, they are making decisions about your life. And to say like, we are part of government. People are government, right? And then if you don't listen and to see what is happening, those who implemented whatever they implemented, they affected us. You understand? That's where like now that's where like now we come and say like, man, what is happening here exactly? You understand? And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's able to understand where you're coming from and where you're going.
On the other hand, they themselves ran industries from the scratch. There's no single economy in the world whose history of development was because of the market forces. Not one. So our government, if you go to them there in parliament, they're going to hold a session like this, and they're going to be scared of resolutions that are going, for instance, to have a practicable property shift impact. If you took a law-binding decision now that the advertisement industry must pay 50 billion for its racism,
as a demonstration of remorse for 28 years. I won't count the years before. For 28 years, they've engaged, including the South African government, in racially discriminating black media owners.
Like, it's a thing of like this. This is not about the hate, is because other people are going to think like when that's what who this guy said it. President Jacob Zuma. He said like, doesn't mean when we talk about the land we hate white people. You understand? We don't hate them, but it's a thing of like it's unfair to people who came here and commit crime against humanity, and then black people they get nothing. You understand? So I totally understand him based on what he's saying. It makes sense. Like it makes sense. Very sense.
It will have a big impact. And you take that money, don't give it to government, go and invest it directly to the SABC on one hand, on the other, community radio stations, community television stations for media diversity. You'll have achieved media diversity for the first time in this democratic era. Go give it to black film and music practitioners, because they command audiences.
That's a beautiful session. I don't like. That's a beautiful. I think like I need to react on Ndlozi, man, because when he speak live. You understand? When he speak, I don't lie. He speak live. You know. Let me see like to this one. When he speak, man, you can hear like this person speak live, and the live that's going to make everyone understand. You understand? Not be just like in South Africa they hate whites and what, and Trump with this information Trump come with. I think it's going to make sense. You understand? This is what we focus on. You know, this is so beautiful. Let's see this one. Oh my God, I have a problem with this thing now. I have a problem with Wi-Fi now. I don't know why it's doing like this, man. While we're talking about the serious matter, we have a crime with, we have a problem with the thing.
If you think we don't like white people, I think Carl Niehaus will give you answers. We don't like racists. We don't like...
He explained with simple English. I want to see like what's happening here. Everything is good. No views. Oh my God. So he said like, if you think we hate white people, I don't know, the guy is going to explain to you. They hate racist. Racist is a term of like people who think they're better than others. You know?
Like white people who think they are above black people. But if you are prepared to share the land like Carl Niehaus, then we will recognize you as an African.
El Dorado Park, we all know, is part of all the racist areas that were created by racist.
So what is saying like
Act that said colors must go this side, African this side, Indians this side. They want.
So what is saying is a thing of like they are not against, right? They are probably people who think they are better than others. You understand? Because is it that thing of like others think they are better than others. You understand? So like we are not having a problem with with white people. But those one who thinks like they are better than others, that's where the problem starts. That's where the real problem starts. So it's a thing of like they need to understand. So like these people, they have no problem, but the problem they have is like those who think they are better than others because we are all equal. Yes, apartheid happened, they benefited the land that even today we are still fighting for it. The land that even today we are still like fighting for it.
Said to divide us and not allow us to see ourselves as one thing. They did so in the 50s, and they said, you are colored, I'm an African, he's an Indian, but we're all oppressed. Why, when we are different?
Facts. Facts. That's where all those things started. That's where all things started.
Are we oppressed the same? So it means standing here is not an African, it's a colored. Because colored means oppressed, blacks means oppressed, Indian means oppressed, and we are all the products of oppression, and we must never see each other through the color of our skin.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
We must see ourselves through the conditions we live in. My children and your children are born into unemployment. You know that my children can go to school in El Dorado Park. They will be referred to these days silently as kafirs. They will not call them kafirs openly, but they look at them and say, these kafirs will not get this high position. These kafirs will not get this business opportunity. All of that goes back to those who were privileged.
Yeah, that's the history. You know, because of it's a history that is a history that the black child don't know. Just imagine you don't know your history. You don't know the situation you are in. That's where problem starts. Not able to don't know what happened to you, why you are struggling like this, why as a black people you are living in poverty. What causes that? Right? This where we start now about the conversation to say like now we go deep now, we focus on this kind of stuff. So like to understand where these people started and why they've been treated like this.
Under oppression. So we were all rejected. We were all exploited. We were all abused. And alcoholism and drug abuse was introduced not only in El Dorado Park, everywhere else where you found the oppressed people. So El Dorado Park is known for fighting, and the people of El Dorado Park are known for not being scared to confront an oppression. And that's why this area has got a good.
That's good, man. This to show like that EFF and I want to focus on those like now because I've been doing videos about Julius Malema. Let's go back. We're going to go back when the video is we are on 236. We are on 236, right? So let's give him a chance to speak. Then we're going to go back to Julius Malema, where we'll explain to like as the EFF people, we are not against whites, Indians, colors, as you mentioned them. We are all one, right? But the problem we have a problem with those who think they are better than others. That's the problem they say they have as a EFF, right? So like this is a problem we have as a EFF, about people who think they are better
Thank
than
you very
others.
much, Program Director. Good.
You understand? So let's give Ndlozi chance to speak. Let's go in.
Good morning to everybody. The leadership of the BBC, fellow panelists, and I'm with the chairperson of.
I don't know why he's doing this, man. It's not me. I don't think it's me. It's someone who uploaded this video.
Of the EFF in Gauteng, who is also the MMC of Finance here in the city of Ekurhuleni. His name is Nkululeko Dunga. I want him to stand because I think there are people who want business or whatever. You should know him. Please wave. This is the MMC. You know, EFF is in government here in Ekurhuleni, very important. In Johannesburg as well, the city that the speaker after me used to be the mayor there, and they lost dramatically, and they're still losing. Just yesterday, they lost a ward down in Ennerdale. This losing is consistent with.
So like in today's videos, now we are going to focus. I don't know what the message is about, what, because we need to get the title. When people use the state, Dr. Mbuyiseni, or this is going to talk about like to be a white person, like it's privileged. You don't need to do the hard work. I saw the video on TikTok. I was like, man, this is the best video I can check. So like you don't have to do a lot. You understand? You don't have to do a lot. You understand? You don't have to do a lot.
With BEE. BEE. I think that perhaps the facts speak for themselves. BEE is a dramatic failure. Of the listed companies in South Africa's JSE, less than 3% are black owned, 100% black owned. Women own.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the business. We're going to talk about the business. This is all about the business. You know, if like we're business minded, and this is a platform, right?
Ownership is even worse. Actually, BEE is largely a black boys club, consistent with the white boys club that owns all of us. The tragedy from the very beginning was the naivety to think that the oppressor can give you the means to defeat him. BEE is based on that tragic logic. If you look at the sector targets, are themselves very much embarrassing. Nothing in terms of the ownership of the economy of South Africa reflects the demographic profile of our country. But if you look at the targets of ownership, sector by sector, we are still not targeting the actual profile of the representation of black people.
You see? That's like when we try to educate people, say like, man, EFF is the only way, right? It's not like we are saying like these things because we want to say them. It's the things that we are saying because of we see what is happening in this country. So like maybe people will think like we want to do these things because of we don't understand what's happening. It's all about understanding and how to move forward. You understand?
In the country.
It tells you already from the beginning we are moving from a defeated perspective. And capitalism in its nature is it's the cold, ruthless march of profit for profit's sake. How could you depend on people whose intention, whose entire project in life is the pursuit of money for money's sake to
Facts.
transform anything?
Facts. Facts. Just imagine. Just imagine. You know, like, at least, like, man, we have people who are smart. And I don't know, like, there are people who are listening to people like Ndlozi. Because of they educate you, right? And guys, we need to put in your mind, we have no.
So it was naive in our view from the beginning to think you could ask South Africa's white capitalist. So it was naive in our view from the beginning to think you could ask South Africa's white capitalist owners to include, number one, black people, number two, to transform the economy against their own domination. We've got to look elsewhere. So as the EFF, which were proudly a politically socialist organization, we don't have any hopes that BEE can transform the economy. How much lack of confidence must you have? And this is another important thing about the AFF.
Fact. Why you stop? This is what I was talking about. You know, like when I see black people say like Groenewald is a choice, Groenewald is a future, and I ask myself, like, man, I was like, how? Right? Because of the thing of like they don't believe in themselves as black people. They don't believe like we need to run our own company, we need to run our own business. So like now, as always, all of us must be workers, must depend on like, they're going to employ me, I'm going to get the job, like those kind of stuff. But we cannot stand from ourselves. There's a problem we need to check, number one. There's a problem that we need to check for, number one.
And the ANC doesn't believe in black people. Wherever they are situating black people, they want them to be under some white supervision.
Definitely. Definitely. So it's a thing of like Groenewald. I remember when I was watching Parliament. I watch Parliament these days, eh? I watch Parliament. You understand? I was watching Parliament where I was focusing on what is this? Groenewald was saying like whites, because of BBE, because of affirmative action, because of those laws we have in South Africa, to make sure that inequality is met. He said like the white people, they are living with the skills because of they're not given opportunity here in South Africa. You understand? I was like, opportunity, you know, like when we ask like, so like those people, they did not benefit, right, during apartheid, right? He said like they're not given opportunities, they are leaving to find a job overseas. So that thing come to my mind to say like, maybe according to them, they believe like black people, they cannot manage the country. You understand? They believe like that, like these people, they cannot manage their own country. So they need to have why so that the country can go forward.
The tragedy of ESCOM tells you the amount of confidence they had on the Reuters, defending him left, right, and center, pure white incompetence. But everywhere that they have done, the entire approach to the economic transformation of the country, to the economic development of the country, is about the fact that they can't do anything without white supervision. There is no single developed country in the world, and this is a fact. In the history of capitalist development, there's no single country in the world that developed by putting faith in the private pursuit of profit for profit's sake.
Facts.
No.
Facts. But if you don't understand deep English, that's a problem. It's not deep English, but if you don't understand the lingo, the language of businessmen. So private is all about them making money from themselves. They don't make money for you. They make money from themselves. So how can they focus on people? Because they make money from themselves. So what he's saying is like there's no party can put people in front. You understand? There's no something like that. That's why, like, I think it's very important to focus on building our country. It's very important to focus on our mission so that we can move forward. So, like, that's where the problem starts. You understand? That's where the problem starts.
No capitalist on their own, anywhere, particularly in Euro-America, developed any country. Most, in fact, all the developed countries have had the state at the center of development. So, number one, how are we going to transform South Africa? We can't give up on the state. The Americans didn't. After World War II, go look what Euro-America did. At the center of the recovery, before they privatized under Thatcher, were state-owned companies, were protected industrial development, protecting them from international competition, the policies that were called protection of infant industries, such that when they are big and competent, then they let them go into the market.
Wow. But I don't know, like, why this guy left EFF. You know, I never have time to listen to him, but what he's saying, like, man, he's talking life. He's talking life. I'm listening to say, like, So it's a thing of like now, beside the government, the thing that we need to focus on Black people to say, like, you can do better. Because I believe they have lack of confidence, lack of self-belief, to believe like they can change this country. I believe they have that thing of like, they don't believe they can change South Africa. This is what I must check and see, like, there's trust issues, there's confidence issues. They want people to come and they want people to come and they want people to come and not to focus on themselves. So you're supposed to focus on you, right? That's where we build a country. You cannot build a country if you're afraid. The only person that we can focus on, say, like, is doing the most is who? Julius Malema. Others, man, they are afraid. Why is it like that? Why are people they are afraid to change their own country? Right, this is an open question.
The state must be at the center of the development of South Africa's economy. So what has happened to the state in the last 30 years? It is a neoliberal disorganization. So the local state, everywhere you find it, what we call the tender is the faith that everybody must get a business and do the things that the state should provide. You've got to build internal state capacity to deliver the services that are supposed to be delivered by a government. Government must build a road because it must not only build a road, it must maintain it.
Facts.
Government must provide quality education. Government must be able to cut the grass in all the...
Facts. What's one is all about the facts, but I understand where people who don't understand. You understand? So not like I don't understand what's wrong with black people. You know, the time the content is not anymore. I was like, I don't know what to say because I remember there was a time where I was like, I don't know what's happening with our people. I was like, I don't know what's happening with our people. It's like it's able to end manage.
The parks, all those low-hanging fruits, you cannot deliver them to the private sector. And what becomes the state role in the creation of big business? Proper business, innovative business. Not chance takers who are busy asking, you know, for small favors in exchange of bribes. Proper business. Black people can't participate in innovative businesses for a very simple reason. Because you don't have a bank of your own.
Facts. So if you listen to those and we have that method of like you cannot change South Africa, you cannot participate to your own country, you must change. Because we are listening to a future here. That's what we need to focus on and to make sure like black people they focus on building themselves. Because when we mention about self-confidence, when we mention those kind of stuff, it makes sense to say like we are people who don't believe in ourselves. You understand? There is a problem on its own. There is a problem also on having people who don't believe in themselves. Right? There's your own problem to have people who don't believe in themselves. And when I come to talk about those kind of issues, it is a problem. How can you build a country with people who want easy stuff? We see lots of people. It's so painful to see the youth of South Africa. All of it is well, like now in South Africa, we have the categories of the youth of South Africa. We have the categories. We have those ones. Hey,
the South African banks don't believe in you. They don't believe in black talent. They'll never give you enough money to be able to become a captain of industry. There's nothing we can do until we have a bank of our own. So step number one, we need a bank. And that bank must become a state bank. That is going to give you, that is going to waste money on you, like the apartheid government did on Afrikaners.
Fight for us, man. Why you gonna fight? Come on, those man. Hey, man. This is what kind of people we need. So like during apartheid, their government was just spending the money to open the business. So like I used to say, this way the business they having today is a business that they've is a business that we need. You understand? The business that we need to have in today's. It's a business that we need. right? So like if we are not focusing on to build our country, we do the wrong things. Everyone do the wrong things. Not everyone is perfect. But to build this country is all about doing the right thing. You understand? It's all about doing the right thing. That's why we can build South Africa. Besides that, we can't build South Africa. I need to say this. So what are we doing? Do we learn the real skill to change this country? What are we doing with our time? You understand? What are we doing with the time we have? That the time that we can use it to build our country. That's very important.
That is going to give you funding, give you 40 years minimum, like Toyota. The story of Toyota, which at the moment, there's no village in the world without a Toyota in the world. But if you look at the story of Toyota, it was properly supported by the state for 40 years until it became the giant that it is. It's the story of a number of companies. The strongest agricultural sector in the world is in the United States, but it's the most protected from international competition. We cannot give up on the state because the ANC destroyed it. It is the only thing you have as black people.
Fact. I hope you are listening. I hope you are open your mind and you are listening, you know. I hope like you're open your mind and you are listening. Because that's what we need. Let me do like this.
You can't fold your arms and all go into a mode of condemning government. It is the only shield, it is the only gain of the liberation movement. We've got to build state capacity. We've got to use the government. We've got to use the state to transform our lives. White people are not going to develop. White people are not going to save you from poverty. If you don't know, the last 30 years is evidence. White people themselves, to become the rich people that they are, used the state.
Apartheid state.
They could have made it without the state.
Wow. One was a powerful statement. Tomorrow I do topic about that. Wow, white people, you say like white people, I want to write it down. Wow, so like white people use the apartheid state to be successful. So like white people, they use apartheid state to be successful. That's why we need the state to fight unemployment rate. We need the state to have like entrepreneurs. Our business can grow. What a beautiful session, Doc, with fruitful information.
State. They were protected by the state. They were funded by the state. They were given all types of opportunities by the state. You have to save your state. Don't surrender it to corrupt people. Don't surrender it to people who don't believe in black talent.
And Rosman, let me repeat. I want to record this stuff. It hits me powerful.
They could have made it without the state. They were protected by the state.
Let's focus on this.
But if you don't know, the last 30 years is evidence. white people themselves, to become the rich people that they are,
Yes.
used the state.
Definitely. Apartheid government. They give them everything. They give them land. You know, like, let me tell you something. Yes, we have degrees like me, we are workers. During apartheid, they built companies that us are going to school to be workers and to work for them. So that's why, like, black person will never be rich, especially if you focus on degrees. But let's listen to Ndlozi. Let's go, boy.
They could have made it without the state. They were protected by the state. They were funded by the state. They were given all types of opportunities by the state.
Facts.
You have to save your state.
Facts.
Don't surrender it to corrupt people. Don't surrender it to people who don't believe in black talent. We've got to save the state and strengthen it. Use it to transform and shift tectonically the ownership patterns in the country. In the private sector, you will not survive.
Facts.
You will not succeed.
Facts.
So number one, we must build our state internal capacity, build state-owned companies. Number two, we need our own bank, and we need it yesterday. Without a bank, we are going nowhere. Finally, black people, I don't know who lied to us. We cannot continue calling this place our country when we do not own the land.
Actually, man, Ndlozi, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, man, Ndlozi, man? Ndlozi, what are you doing? So I need to record this one. He said, like, we cannot call this country your state if you don't own the land. Stay away from wrong, stay away from doing wrong things. Right? Listen very careful. Listen very careful.
To us. We cannot continue calling this place our country when we do not own the land.
Hi, man, Ndlozi, man.
Actually,
Hi, man. What you call it? Wow, it's too heavy.
the most untransformed of the sectors in terms of this BEE arrangement is the agricultural sector.
Facts.
Land is everything.
It's everything.
Kwamanje nje, we're on the land. Even if you want a saloon,
You need
it
a
has
land.
to be on the land. Perhaps that is the genesis of everything. Without the land, we are visitors in this country. You can hate foreign nationals all you want. There are people who are campaigning everywhere, program director, that our problem is foreign nationals. Foreign nationals, guabani. But you are a foreigner yourself.
You own nothing. You are busy. You like they're living the apartment, paying the rent. When you lose the job, you're going back home. You're going back to RDPs that are created during apartheid. Squatter camp. Wake up, black child. Wake up. Let's go, Ndlozi, man.
We've got to get back the land. We do not have the land. And therefore, I appeal, I invite all of us as black people to be unapologetic. Even if your interests are entrepreneurial in relation to
Dog. What a productive message for a black child, dog. One Ndlozi spoke about it. Let me do like this. No, we are going back. We are going back. We are going back. Wow, Ndlozi. Let's watch, dog. What he said, it touched me. And I hope you're watching this video, say like, wow, who is this guy? Who is this guy who's, you know, dog, listen to this guy.
To the fourth industrial revolution, you will not be able to even do the fourth industrial revolution without the land. You don't have land. That's why the banks won't give you funding. Because you don't have the land. We have to get back our land. We have to build internal state capacity and use the state to transform the economy. Thirdly, we need our own bank. That is the path to economic freedom in our lifetime. Thank you very much.
Wow. So I am saying, whether you watch it or not, but for me, I'm saying, wow, let me put these glasses down. Let me put these glasses. Let's wake up, Black people. Let's get the land. Let's stop to do wrong things. We see our girls are trending. Let's try to be productive to economy. Let's try to be productive to economy, our economy. Wow, I'd like to say thank you for this fruitful information you just give us, man. We are busy in those words. You see, like, I like you, but now when I'm talking, you're talking, there's a problem. Wow, man, I love you so much. Don't forget to hit that button so I can stay motivated and keep on showing up, man. I love you so much. My name is Emily the Cat Dog. I do the most every day. Stay tuned. Bye.